you like it. You're going to take it to Missy Gallimore or someone. What are you asking them to do? What's the reality of our song is better being really great? Because you're putting your reputation on the line. Right. You're pitching my song. Explain the reality of the business from the A&R person and how it works up the chain. What are you asking them to invest in my song, anybody's song?
Right. And that's a good question. And I'm going to be real honest with you. And this is going to be really frank. And some of you, you may start tearing up and it may freak you out beyond repair. And some of you, you'll understand it. And I'm telling you this out of something that, it's not anything you need to think about again, but it's a real reality that is in front of you that you have to understand. For my job, when I get a hit song, is that, you know, if Scott Hendricks, who's the head of A&R for Warner Brothers, is looking for a song for Blake Shelton, he's looking for me to save the day, to walk in and say, hey, Blake Shelton, stop what you're doing. This song is going to change your career. It's going to take your career to another level. My job is not to fish. My job is not to say, oh, you need a song? Here's 15 of them. You don't like any of those? What about these 15? That's not my job. My job is to have an understanding of who that artist is, what they record, what they have recorded in the past, what they're capable of recording, what does the public think of them, and can I find that one song to deliver to them that is right on the money of what they're looking for that's going to help their business move forward. Because if we're all spokes in a wheel trying to get this wheel rolling of an artist. And everybody involved in that career, they all have different agendas. You know, a manager, they have a different agenda than the booking agent. And they have a different agenda than the record label. And the record label has a different agenda than the publisher, than the songwriter. But when they all work together, that wheel starts turning. But when I take a song in and I want Blake Shelton to record a song, well, if he's going to go record a song, and I use him as an example because he's our current reigning CMA Entertainer of the Year, and at the top of his game, if he's going to record a song, the label's going to spend $15,000 or $20,000 recording that song. So really, you have to ask yourself, and I ask myself this, like, all right, how hard would it be to come up with $15,000 or $20,000? Could you max your credit card out? Could you sell something? Could you get a loan? You know, think about like yourself and your position, where you are today. Like, how hard would it be to come up with $15,000 cash? Think about how much effort it would take to do that. And then imagine it all in cash and spread it out on the table in front of you. Go, okay, I did all the work to come up with this $15,000, and I'm going to spend every single penny of it to record this one song. Well, is this the one song you want to give them? Or is there maybe one, is the next one you write could be even better? Well, then once you get to the point where they say, okay, because somebody consciously in an office decides, all right, we're going to spend $15,000 to record this one song. And then once they do, they're going to record 10 of them. And then, in order for them to go promote a song to radio, they're going to spend $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 promoting that song to radio, the record label is. Well, really ask yourself, like, okay, how hard would it be to come up with $500,000, $600,000, $700,000? Could you do it? Would it take you years to do it? I mean, literally, how much effort would it take you to accumulate that amount of money? And then imagine it in cash and lay it all out in front of you. And then go, okay, win or lose, whether this song peaks at 40 or this song peaks at 4, you're going to spend every penny of this money promoting this one song. Was this really the song? Because that's what I'm asking them to do. And a human being is making the conscious decision of, we're going to spend $600,000 or $700,000 promoting this one song. And so really, I don't say that to scare anybody, but I say it to give you perspective, to say that, hey, commercial songwriting is big business, but it's absolutely feasible, and every single day, like my company right now, we have 5 songs in the top 40 on the radio that are moving up the charts, and we've got another one coming out next month. We'll have 6 on the chart next month, and like, this really does happen, and it really comes to life. But I think it's always important to keep a realistic focus on what you're asking, because lots of times I meet songwriters, or even songwriters I have, that just go, man, if they just heard this song, I think they would record it. Then you ask yourself, like, well, would you spend 20 grand recording that song? And lots of times people go, oh, no, I wouldn't. And you go, well, if you wouldn't, how would you ask somebody else to do that? You know, and that's really the reality of it.
Question